I know it's noisy. I don't know what they're doing over there, but thought I'd take you to the chicken coop just to show a couple of things. I know some people have a hard time figuring out how to introduce birds into their coop. I was trying to show you this, but she just keeps hiding. This hen here took on a bunch of not her babies that I put in the chicken coop. She just took them on. She wanted to be a mom so bad, but apparently she didn't want to sit long enough to be a mom. Anyway, to the chicken coop. Those are last year's girls, and he's the father of most of the chicks that I had this year, but yeah, and there's the dog. So what I do now, this is just set up right now. I love these crates. They're, like I said in another video, extremely versatile. You can use them for a broody station if you want to keep your hen separate for some reason from the other hens while she's broody. This one is not broody. She's in here because she is absolutely viciously horrible to all of the other newcomers. So I keep her in here until the newcomers are very comfortable in the chicken coop with everybody else, and then she can go back in after, and it won't be quite so traumatizing for everybody else. So what I do is I use these crates here. They're small enough to keep the little ones in, and then to keep everybody else out, obviously. So I take this crate, and I have just enough room to put it in my coop right here in this end of the coop here. So there's where they come in. So they're in here for really however long I feel like keeping them in here. I don't know. I think I had them in for 2 weeks in here. And then what I do, so that way they get used to everybody. Everybody gets used to them. Everybody knows what's going on, sort of. And then with these crates, the bottom of the crate, the squares, the holes are bigger. So they're about double, triple the size of this here. So I flip it over so I can still get into it. I have another one that has a door on the front, not just a door on the side, but make sure you can still get into it because you're still going to have to put food and stuff in. So I flip this over, and that way the chicks can get out, but then they can also get back in. But the big ones can't get in there. So it gives them a place where they feel safe and they can get in and escape if anybody happens to be bothering them, like this one here. And then they still get full access to their food. Nobody else can eat their food. So I don't have to worry about the big ones coming in and eating up all the food. They can still see them. The chicks can come and go as they wish. And then at night, it's a safe place for them to come in and get away from everybody else. So yeah, so it just helps to keep them feeling a little bit more confident coming back in the chicken coop. And this way I have very little problems with having everybody come back in. And so that works really, really good if you're trying to figure out a way to do it so that they can still see each other. Not all chicken coops are big enough, but even with my other coop, it was not big enough to accommodate for this method. So what I had to do instead is just use a smaller cat crate and kind of stick it in the corner so the little ones could scooch in around and get in, but the big ones couldn't. So same idea, just smaller. In case you're wondering, this is what I do with my fermented feed. So I have it soaking. And then what I do, because I find it's kind of a pain in the butt to let it drain out of the spoon. I think I'm going to add some more water to that, actually. So what I came up with, you want to make sure that it stays covered. And I'm starting to feed them more fermented. I'm trying to get them off of that grower. I always start them with grower. If I have access to it, just makes life a little easier, I guess. So what I do is I went and got a cheap strainer and an old bucket. So I just dump all of the food in there to drain it right out. Then I don't have to worry about it. And then I take a little bit of the fermented liquid, put it back in here, and then freshen it with fresh water. And that keeps things going a little bit better and a little bit fresher. I also give the chickens some cat food. This is just like kind of cheap cat food for a little extra protein, and they absolutely love it. What are you after? Oh, you're after the rooster. Why are you after the rooster? What did he do to you? She's got nothing better to do, so this is what they do. You're fantastic. So I just thought I'd show you that because I see the question a lot, what to do, how to do. So this would be the other crate that I use. This is what I would have used in my smaller chicken coop because quite a few little birds can fit in there. So I just take the door off and kind of scooch it up a little tight against the wall so they can slip in. But then of course, like big birds like this can't get in and get them, and then they're safe, right? And they feel safe and confident coming back in. So I think I gotta fill that up, fill the water up, and then in the day everybody's just gone, doing their thing. So that's how I deal with introduction. And for the most part, I try to only hatch out either mine or if I can order eggs, because I don't like introducing brand new birds. If I introduce brand new birds, depending on where they come from, even if the flock seems clean, I will still try to separate them. Like I have my hen in there, my attack hen. I try to still separate them for a minimum of 2 weeks, up to about 4 weeks. And if you don't have the room, that makes it more complicated. So basically in a garage, or even if you had a crate like what I have, you can put it outside and cover it, but you run the risk of something being able to get into it as well. So you could cover it with hardware cloth, and then in the evening cover it with a tarp, and for the most part that's going to keep things out of it. Or if you have a deck, even if it's not covered, just cover it with a tarp at night. So anyway, that's what I do for introduction and whatnot. I thought it might be helpful to somebody. Hopefully it is. If not, well, you know, just keep going. Anyway, if you like the channel and if you like the videos, like and subscribe would be fabulous to help me grow and hopefully get out some new content. So any questions or any curiosities, just let me know. Shalom, guys. Bye.